Hey guys, welcome back to Sound Studies YouTube channel. I'm Nick Schwartz, the owner of Sound Studies. I wanted to go over Gulf Moon, the rest of this song. I had one video earlier that was just the intro, and it had a lot of response and a lot of people asking for the rest of the song. So here it is. I'll put a link to that video in the description and another one in the comments, and I hope you enjoy this video. So then the verse is same thing, but I'm going to simplify this a little bit. One thing I didn't mention in the last video, I put it on a banner on the bottom, but the guitar is tuned down a half step. So the verse is, if I were to give you a simpler version with just the chords, if you wanted to learn not to have to play this every time, you could do a G chord, D over F sharp. So a G, I'm just doing these two fingers. Your second finger on the E string, 3rd fret, third finger, your ring finger, on the 3rd fret of the B string. And I'm doing the same pattern as before, so it's thumb, index, thumb, ring and middle, thumb, or index, thumb. And then to D over F sharp. So I'm just putting my first finger on the 2nd fret of the E string, second finger on the 2nd fret of the G string, third finger stays at the same spot at the 3rd fret of the B string. And then the next chord is the E minor. Just open E string, first finger moves down to the A string, 2nd fret. Middle finger moves up a string to the D string, 2nd fret. Ring finger stays in the same spot. And then a C chord is a C at 9. So the 2nd finger is now on the 3rd fret of the A string. First finger is on the 2nd fret of the D string, and ring fingers in the same spot. Then you're going to play this chord one more time. And then a D, you got your first finger on the 2nd fret of the G string, 3rd finger in the same spot of the 3rd fret of the B string, and then I'm not even playing this note, so you don't need that finger. So the whole, and then it goes back to the G chord. So does that for 2 measures. So from the top, if we do the whole chord progression of the verse, it's G, D over F sharp, E minor, C, C again, D, G, and then G again. Then it repeats. G, D over F sharp, E minor, C, C, D, G. And then I'm going to call this section the chorus. It goes to an E minor, and then a G over B to a C, and then to a D, and then back to the intro. So to go over that section, you got E minor, and then G over B, which your fingers are really going to stay in the same spot. You just got first finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, 3rd finger on the in its normal spot, 3rd fret of the B string, and then do a C, D. So the timing of that is what is important. So you got E minor, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, D, and you're gonna hang on the D. I call that a diamond. So then you're back at the intro. And then the verse, exact same thing as the first verse. And then chorus, exact same thing. And then it does a turnaround after that second chorus. So if the turnaround is just hanging on the G chord for 2 measures. So let's take it from the second chorus. So you got E minor, hang on the 5, and then on the D, and then you got 2 measures of 1. So this is G. So 2 measures of G. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now for the bridge, you've got D over F sharp. D over F sharp to a G. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now to a C. You're going to hang on that for a measure. So D over F sharp. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can do that 3 times. So it's D over F sharp, G, C, 2, 3, 4. D over F sharp, G, C. One more time. D over F sharp, G, C, 2, 3, 4. And now my favorite chord, E minor 9. So this is, you've got an E minor chord with the 9 in there. So the way I'm playing that is open on the E string, first finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, and then you can use your 3rd finger. I like to use my pinky just because it's less of a stretch. Pinky on the D string, 4th fret. And then that's it. You strum down from the top, just like that. And now, I think because it's such a cool chord, they skipped the G over B push thing. So we got E minor 9, 2, 3, 4, and then a C, D. And now, back to the intro for the guitar solo. C again, D, G. On the second half of the solo, the acoustic guitar goes up to these 10th chords. I'll show you that section too. So we've got first finger up on the 10th fret of the A string, and then your pinky on the B string of the 12th fret. Same pattern, so thumb, and we've got thumb on the A string, index finger on the G string, and then middle finger on the B string. So we've got thumb, index, thumb, middle, index, thumb. Just like that. So the chords, it's the exact same chords, but we've got G, and now we slide down to where our first finger's on, everything is going to be on these 2 strings. So we've got our first finger now on the 9th fret, and our pinky on the 10th fret. And now same shape, just scoot it down to where your first finger is on the 7th fret and your pinky's on the 8th fret. And then scoot it down to where your first finger's on the 3rd fret and your pinky's on the 5th fret. You're going to stay here for 2 of those picking patterns, so 2 measures, and then scoot that shape up 1 fret, or 2 frets. So your first finger is now on the 5th fret and your pinky's on the 7th fret. And then you're back at the G for 2 measures. So let's do that section one more time. You got G, D over F sharp, E minor, C, one more time on C, D, G. And now for verse 3, intro. It's the exact same thing as the other verses. And then you've got one more chorus. And now back to the intro. And you just do the intro once, and then you're done. Yeah, so there you have it. There's the whole song, the rest of the song. If you need to watch that first video again, go ahead and do that. That'll help you with the picking patterns and stuff. But if you want to get set up with private lessons or virtual lessons, just go to soundstudies.co. Thank you.